Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama, Rama
Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, 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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Hare Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama.
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama, Rama
Krishna Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Hare Rama, Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama,
Ram
Rama Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Jai
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Radha
Rama, Hare
Shri
Rama, Rama
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama,
Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Rama
Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Rama Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Rama,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram Ram
Rama
Ram Hare
Rama,
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram
Rama,
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Rama Rama,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Rama Rama,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama, Rama
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Ram
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama Rama Rama,
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur.
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you all for joining. So we'll read Srimad Bhagavatam.
Hare Krishna.
So Canto 7, Chapter 6, verse 24. Prahlad instructs his demoniac schoolmates. Tasmat sarveshu bhuteshu tayam kuruta sauridam bhavam asuram unmuchya yaya tushyatya adokshajah. Tasmat is like therefore. So after saying everything, he has come to a conclusion. Therefore, my dear young friends born of demons, please act in such a way that the Supreme Lord, who is beyond the conception of material knowledge, will be satisfied. Give up your demoniac nature and act without enmity or duality. Show mercy to all living entities by enlightening them in devotional service, thus becoming their well-wishers. A very nice verse. We say, act in a way that Krishna will want to see you, right? So he's telling his friends, act in a way that Krishna will be pleased with you, will be satisfied. So that means we have to act in a certain way, like according to the direction given by Krishna, being obedient to Krishna's instructions. If we act in that way, then Krishna will be satisfied. He will be pleased with us. Give up your demonic nature and act without enmity or duality. So demons are generally envious and they consider devotees as their enemy. So it says, don't give up your enmity. Of course, they're only 5-year-olds, so I don't know, really they have enmity, but he's saying what we are being taught in school is not right. So give up all these teachings and be kind to everybody, because everybody is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. So if we want Krishna's mercy, then we should be merciful to everybody. We should be compassionate. That is how one can get Krishna's mercy. We can't be cruel to others like Hitler, right? He was killing so many Jews. He may have gone to church or wherever and prayed, but that doesn't attract any God's mercy. If we don't behave well with other living entities who are also Krishna's part and parcel, like it's like something like if you have a child and I mistreat your child, but I give you a gift, you may not appreciate the gift, right? Because you're mistreating my child. So everybody is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, and one should show the mercy. They say if you find somebody junior to you, then you should be compassionate. You should give them Krishna consciousness. They don't know anything about Krishna consciousness. They are innocent. They don't know. If you find somebody equal to you, become friends with them. And if you find somebody superior to you in Krishna consciousness, then you serve them and hear from them. So here he's talking about show mercy to all living entities by enlightening them in devotional service, thus becoming their well-wishers. So just like Krishna is well-wisher to all living entities, Suridam Sarva Bhutanam, in 5th chapter, verse number 29. It's 29. Bhuktaram yagnas tapasam sarva lokam maheshwaram suridam sarva bhutanam gyatva mam shanti michrichati. Krishna is the well-wisher of everybody. So devotee really has to be well-wisher of all living entities. Titikshava karunika surida sarva dehina. He is also well-wisher because when you become Krishna conscious, you get the qualities of Krishna. Like we say, you get the qualities of whomever you associate with. So really, if you are becoming Krishna conscious, you get the consciousness of Krishna. Means you see how Krishna sees. So Krishna sees everybody as part and parcel of him. So the devotee also sees. So these are all part and parcel of Krishna. So everybody is suffering, and in this material existence, everybody is suffering because we have disconnected. So we have to preach. We have to share this knowledge. Preaching may be not sometimes people think preaching means you are in a superior position, and to whom you are preaching, they're in an inferior position. So if you don't like the word preach, then you say share. You share this knowledge of Krishna consciousness with others. So, and thus becoming their well-wishers. Why well-wishers? Because a well-wisher wants to see that others are not in pain. If I am your well-wisher, I want to relieve your suffering. I want to see you happy. And the real way to become happy is to become connected to Krishna, become Krishna conscious. So that later on Prahlad will say that, yes, I know I will not go to solitary places for my own salvation. Rather, I will stay in the cities and I will share Krishna consciousness with everybody, because I know without coming to your lotus feet, shelter of your lotus feet, they cannot be happy. So we cannot be happy without Krishna. That's our mistake. Without being Krishna conscious, we cannot be happy. We can feel happiness for some time like that, but eventually we'll get frustrated. Like a child, right? He wants mother. So we are all looking for Krishna. And without Krishna, we cannot be happy, no matter whatever we get in this world. So we have to become little convinced about this, either through personal experience or looking at others, or somehow by Krishna's instructions, that we cannot, without Krishna, we cannot get happiness. So, that is what Prahlad is saying. That's why Prabhupada also, in the mood of Prahlad, he left Vrindavan, which was very nice situation in Vrindavan, and he came to the West to preach. Okay. The Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, 1855, Bhaktya Mam. Yeah, somebody wants to say something.
Yeah, I was remembering that verse similar to this Daya Sarva Bhuteshu Santushti Yena Kinavan Sarva Indriya Pashanti Tushyate Ashu Janardana. He's talking about Krishna being satisfied if you show compassion, mercy to others.
Yeah.
Control your senses
Yes.
and be satisfied with whatever comes by its own accord.
Mm.
Don't be envious.
And use your resources for the welfare of others. Etavat janma safalyam dehinam iha dehishu prana artha dhiya vacha shreya acharanam sada. You have something, your wealth, your body, your intelligence, your words, everything you use in the service of others, for the welfare of others. And devotee is very non-envious. Adveshta sarvabhutana maitra karuna evacha. Is very friendly and merciful. Maitra karuna evacha. Tidikshava karunika, very compassionate, tolerant. So these are the qualities. Okay. The Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita 1855, Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschashmi tattvataha. One can understand me as I am, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by devotional service. So Krishna reveals himself when we love him. Basically, that's what it means. When we love him, and love means you do some service uh, for your beloved. So love translates into service. So when you do some service in love, then Krishna will reveal himself. We can understand Krishna. And there are 9 processes of devotional service, like that we say. So only by devotional service, like if somebody perceives that we love them, then they will reveal their heart to us. So Krishna is like that also. Prahlad Maharaj ultimately instructed his class friends, the sons of the demons, to accept the process of devotional service. So, where is this? 1 minute. Oh, what happened here? My screen got unshared or what? My screen, you can still see my screen or not?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know what happened here. Something to get the message. Okay. Sorry. Prahlad Maharaj ultimately instructed his class friends, the sons of demons, to accept the process of devotional service by preaching the science of Krishna consciousness to everyone. Preaching is the best service to the Lord. Prabhupada is writing, preaching is the best service to the Lord. The Lord will immediately be extremely satisfied with one who engages in this service of preaching Krishna consciousness. So ultimately it is the satisfaction of the Lord. So Krishna will be very satisfied if we preach Krishna consciousness. This is confirmed by the...
There is Laurel who has joined on Zoom. She was not able to join on Teams. So she's joining for the first time and she joins our Thursday program. You can see her?
Yeah, Laurel is there, yes, I can see her.
No. So just letting you know.
Hare Krishna, Laurel. I mean, she is on Zoom, so if she says...
She's also able to see the screen, right?
Yeah, I've shared that screen.
Okay.
Can you hear us, Laurel? Yes, she's saying yes on Zoom. You cannot see, but she's saying on the chat. Okay. So preaching is the best service to the Lord. The Lord will immediately be extremely satisfied with one who engages in service of preaching Krishna consciousness. We have Pinal also join on the call. Pinal and Vishwatma Gopikesh Das. Is that Vishwanath?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So preaching is the best service to the Lord. The Lord will immediately be extremely satisfied. Actually, I can turn on the sound so everybody can hear on the Teams also, because if they say something you can't hear. You see. Okay. This is confirmed by Lord himself in Bhagavad Gita, 1869. Nacha tasman manushyeshu kaschinme priyakritamaha. There is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be one more dear. If one sincerely tries his best to spread Krishna consciousness by preaching the glories of the Lord and his supremacy, even if he is imperfectly educated, he becomes the dearmost servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is bhakti. So preaching is so important. Preaching is the essence. Lord Chaitanya gave this instruction. Yare dekho tare kaho Krishna updesh. Whomever you meet, you tell them about Krishna. Means you tell them who they are. First of all, we don't know who we are. We are the soul. And what is our relationship? Why we are here in this world? Why we are suffering? What is the goal of life? What is our relationship with God? What is the nature of God? So all these things, is all constitutes Krishna consciousness. So tell them about, and even if we may not be very well educated, we don't have to have a PhD degree or a master's degree. According to whatever we have understood, we can share this knowledge. So preaching is the essence, utility is the principle, books are the basis, and purity is the force. So there are four things we say generally. So essence of everything is to share this knowledge. It is not about rituals and things like that. It is to bring people to Krishna. Prabhupada even used his Brahmin thread. You know, they wear this Brahmin thread around their body. He used that Brahmin thread to hold the microphone, like tie the microphone to the stand or something like that, the recorder or so. Everything can be used to spread the glories of the Lord. That is called Sankirtan. Sankirtan means whatever you have, you use that, your body, your time, your assets to spread, to give Krishna to others. And in this way, when we give Krishna to others, Krishna becomes satisfied, right? It is mentioned here. And then we get so much happiness and so much mercy of the Lord, because it is all this Krishna consciousness means to get the mercy of the Lord. Somehow or other, we want the mercy of the Lord. So what we do things that are pleasing to Krishna. And here Krishna says, there is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be one more dear. So we can become very dear to Krishna. Lord Chaitanya, he was in the Gundicha gardens, right? And he was taking rest after the Rath Yatra. And when Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya came and he was massaging his feet and he was singing the Gopi Geet, when he came to this verse, yesterday we were saying about how gopis were saying, those who spread the glories of the Lord, they are the most munificent, most magnanimous. Lord Chaitanya immediately got up and embraced him, right? So, so this shows, how the Lord is so eager, so enthused when somebody tries to preach his glories, because we are acting on behalf of the Lord, right? We are making everybody aware of the Lord. So that's how their problems will be solved, because we have forgotten Krishna and our loving relationship, how loving our father is or our friend is, and we have forgotten him, and we have come in this material world and we are struggling. So, so preaching means to again remind others that Krishna is your best friend. And if you connect with Krishna, and then Krishna will be very pleased with such a person. As one performs this service for humanity without discrimination between friends and enemies, the Lord becomes satisfied. So without discrimination, one should give Krishna, and the mission of one's life is fulfilled. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore advised everyone to become a Guru devotee and preach Krishna consciousness. Yare dekha tare kaha Krishna updesh. That is the easiest way to realize the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prabhupada says this is the easiest way. To realize the Supreme Personality of God. By such preaching, the preacher becomes satisfied, and those to whom he preaches are also satisfied. This is the process of bringing peace and tranquility to the entire world. Bhoktaram yagna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suridam sarvabhutanam gyatva mam shantim richati. And another way we say preaching is also done by example, by our behavior, by our purity, by how showing to others how this Krishna consciousness process is, so it works, and how one becomes very happy and joyful by. So naturally, when somebody sees somebody in that kind of situation, very happy and joyful, then they'll start wondering, what is the secret? What is the secret that you are so happy, joyful? And then by your behavior, by your sadhana, your consistency, then people tend to think that, yeah, you're serious about you're serious in Krishna consciousness. So they become inspired. So, like one saint said, I'm preaching all the time. Sometimes I say something. I'm preaching all the time. Sometimes I speak something. Means by one's example, one's behavior, and one's, surrender to Krishna, one can also become an example for others. Example is better than precept, when they say like that. So one is expected to understand, and then of course we have to tell them also. It's part of, they will see, but then they have to learn also how to, what they are supposed to do, so you have to speak about Krishna. One is expected to understand these three formulas of knowledge concerning the Supreme Lord, that He is the supreme enjoyer, He is the proprietor of everything, and that He is the best well-wisher and friend of everything. Nothing belongs to me, everything belongs to Krishna. That is the meaning. He is the proprietor. I've been given some things by Krishna to use in His service. Because I came with nothing. When I came into this world, I had nothing. I'm going with nothing. So whatever I have, Krishna is the proprietor and I should use it. And if we have this mentality, then we can use everything, and then that will elevate us, our consciousness. Krishna will become pleased. Instead of saying, this is mine, and then not, that is like a miser, right? Who has a lot of wealth, but he doesn't want to spend it. So we should use our wealth, our energy, our time, everything. So he's the proprietor of everything. He's the best well-wisher and friend of everyone. He's such a friend that he will never desert us, no matter whatever we do. And he will stay with us life after life, right? So he's the best well-wisher and friend of everyone. And not only my friend, he's the friend of everybody. God is friend of everybody, and he's the supreme enjoyer. That's the difficult part, that because, yeah, he's the enjoyer, and when I give him enjoyment, then I will enjoy. Like mother sees the child very happy, then she also enjoys very much when the child is laughing. So when you have love for the Supreme Lord and Krishna is being served nicely, his glories are being broadcast, everything, then the devotee should automatically feel happy. Why? Because you love Krishna. So if you love somebody and they are treated very nicely, then you will become very happy. So like you love your child and somebody gives a gift to your child, right? Then you feel very happy. They give a toy to your child. You are not going to play with the toy, but your child is very happy playing with this toy. Then as a parent, you also feel very happy. Yeah, because my child is so happy playing. Yeah. So like that, the analogy, it's an analogy. So if you love Krishna, then when Krishna is served nicely and his glories are spoken about and broadcast nicely, then one feels very happy. Prabhupada felt very happy hearing the book distribution scores, not because he had written the books, not that because he was the author and his books, his popularity is getting more and more because his books are getting distributed. No, because all these books contain the glories of Krishna and how to practice devotional service. So Prabhupada has given very nice purports and everything, exactly to inspire us. Knowing our conditioned mentality in Kali Yuga, he has given us these purports and everything so nicely that just by reading his books, we can get inspired. So, of course, he said, I didn't write the books. Krishna came and personally dictated to me what I should write. And so many people have come to Krishna consciousness. Even right here on this call, so many people got Bhagavad Gita and they read Bhagavad Gita, and that is why they came to Krishna. They started practicing Krishna consciousness. And so the 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 writings of the Acharya is very powerful. So a preacher should be personally understand these truths and preach them to everyone. So we should understand these three truths and we should preach to everyone. Then there'll be peace and tranquility all over the world. So everybody becomes Krishna conscious, then there'll be peace. Right now, neither Putin is Krishna conscious, neither Donald Trump is Krishna conscious, neither this Iran leader, whoever the Iran leader is, nobody is Krishna conscious. So that's why there is fighting going on. So we should make Donald Trump Krishna conscious. Right? We have to see how to make Donald Trump Krishna conscious. then as Prahlad says, if everybody becomes Krishna conscious, then they will give up their envy and they will think of each other's welfare. Swastyastu vishwasya khala prasidatam dhyayanti bhutani shiva manasya bhadram bhajata dadoksha.
Manasya Bhadran Bhajata Daksha Manorathi.
Okay. So,
Abhishekam.
yeah, forget the last line. Okay, so the word sauridam, friendliness, is very significant in this verse. So devotee is very friendly and desires well what to think of doing harm to others. They want to do good to others. The word sauridam, and not only to the humankind, but also to the animals, right? You can give prasadam to the animals like that. They are also our brother and sisters, right? You can say like that. All the squirrels and all the birds, they just got, somehow they got a body of like that bird or a squirrel or a dog or a cat. People are generally ignorant of Krishna consciousness. And therefore, to become their best well-wisher, one should teach them about Krishna consciousness without discrimination, according to what they can take, right? Since the Supreme Lord Vishnu is situated in the core of everyone's heart, everybody is a temple of Vishnu. So every body is a temple of Vishnu, right? Our body is because Krishna is residing in our heart. So wherever Krishna resides, that place is a temple, right? So Krishna is residing in that way. Whole world is a temple because Krishna is residing everywhere. So you don't have to go to the temple because everywhere Krishna is there everywhere. But of course, because we can't see him everywhere, that's why we have to go to the temple and hear about Krishna. And like they say, water is everywhere, right? But in the air also there is water, humidity and all this. But you can't drink water from the air. You need a tap. You have to open the tap and then take the water. So Krishna is everywhere. So there was one devotee, right? He was resting in the temple with his legs pointed towards the deity. And somebody came and said, hey, you cannot sleep like this with your legs pointed towards the deity because this is not proper. Of course, we should not do that. But this devotee was so God conscious. He said, tell me in which direction I should sleep because everywhere I see God. So wherever I sleep, huh? That's Guru Nanak. Yes.
Guru Nanak.
Yeah, but of course we should not put our legs in front of the deity. No, I'm not saying, I'm not advocating that, but that's how everywhere there is God, not only in the temple, but everywhere He's there. In the hearts of every living entity. Every living entity is a temple of God. Everybody's body is a temple of God because Krishna is in their heart. He's in my heart and He's in their heart also. So sometimes they say when we bow down, we are also bowing down to the Paramatma in the heart of that person. So one should not misuse this understanding as an excuse for such words as Daridra Narayan. Prabhupada always brings this up because people are saying Narayan is only in the heart of the poor people. If Narayan lives in the house of a Daridra, a poor man, this does not mean that Narayan becomes poor or Daridra Narayan. Narayan has become poor. He lives everywhere in the houses of the poor and those of the rich, but in all circumstances, he remains Narayan. To think that he becomes either poor or rich is a material calculation. So Krishna is not affected by what if we are poor, then Krishna is also poor. Not there. Some people have that philosophy. So Prabhupada is refuting that. He's always Sadaishwarya Purna, full in six opulences in all circumstances. He's just accompanying because he loves the living entity so much that he wants to give guidance. So he's just accompanying, just as a father will accompany a child, right? If he's going wherever he goes, he is accompanying just to make sure that, that person is secure and protected. But then we may say, well, so many people are dying because we have turned away from God, but he's waiting. That analogy is there in Shvetashvatara Upanishad, how on the bird there are two trees, one bird, this one bird is eating the fruits of the tree, and the other bird is watching. And the other bird is so engrossed in eating the fruits. The other bird, who is the friend, is watching. Oh, when will this bird turn to me? So that is the Paramatma is standing, right? He's very watching all of us and saying, oh, when will this soul turn to me? He is so much engrossed in karma, fruitive activities, enjoying and suffering. The fruits are sometimes very sweet, sometimes they are bitter. So sometimes we are getting good situations, sometimes we are getting bad situations. But the friend who is waiting is thinking, oh, when will this living entity turn to me? When will it turn to me? So that is why Krishna is there in the heart. He is waiting for us to look at him. We are looking the other way. So that is why Krishna is infinitely patient. Infinitely patient. He will never give up on us. Right? We say ever working, ever waiting. If somebody calls you to their home, right? And then they don't open the door. You ring the bell. They don't open the door. How long will you wait? 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But Krishna is just sitting outside. Oh, one day he will open the door. One day he will open the door. Like sometimes people come, right, with all this, some marketing, and then they ring the bell. Don't open the door. You see, okay, this is not. Then they will go away if you don't open the door. But Krishna will just sit outside and wait. That is the infinitely patient, the quality of the Lord. So we have to also be patient with others. Prabhupada was very patient with all his disciples, who were doing so many things, but he was tolerant and patient. Like Shyam Sundar Prabhu, he was carving Jagannath, but in between he was smoking cigarettes. And Prabhupada let him carve Jagannath. And one time he found his cigarette pack or something, matchbox, something on the top of Jagannath. And he said, oh, don't let this cigarette come between you and Krishna. So then he gave up smoking like that. But he was tolerant. He was engaging everybody in Krishna consciousness. So we have to engage somehow. Where they call fan the spark, right? Fan the spark. So everybody has bad qualities. We have also bad qualities. But the good quality that one has, one should engage that quality somehow in Krishna's service. Like Jayaranda Prabhu engaged Jai Pataka Swami, right? In making the cart for Jagannath. He says, oh, put this nail. This is very nice. And then he encouraged him, oh, you put one nail, now put another one. Yeah. Very nice, very nice. And in this way, he was getting engaged in devotional service unknowingly. Maybe he didn't know so much, but so somehow or other we have to, Prabhupada says, we have to tax our brains how to bring conditioned souls to Krishna. Okay. Now it may sound like, okay, Christians are also doing the same thing. They're also trying to convert, but we are not trying to convert, right? That's the thing. We are not trying to convert. Prabhupada would say, okay, you can remain a Christian. If you're a Christian, you can chant the names of God that is there in your scripture. You can chant, but chant the names of God and follow the instructions of Jesus Christ. Thou shalt not kill. So don't kill animals, don't eat meat. He would bring this point up. Whenever he would meet Christians, he would bring this point up. Thou shalt not kill. Then why are you killing animals? Okay, and eating them. So be a true Christian. And he would say, we are the best Christian.
Bad.
Huh? What is bad?
Your network or something is bad. Your voice
Is
just
breaking.
goes in and out, because I think you've shared the voice when you started doing that. I mean, sometimes your voice goes in and out. You can't hear you properly.
Is it? Okay. I unshared my voice. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's better now.
Yeah.
Okay. And everybody is feeling like that my voice is going in and out.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
It is
Sound
okay for
better.
you.
Yeah,
Okay.
previously.
Okay, sorry about that. I didn't know. So next verse.
One thing I wanted to just say,
Yeah.
after listening all this, in life, we come through difficult situations. Even being in Krishna consciousness, um, even though we have everything, we have roof over our head, food on the plate, work to do, but still, you'll be thrown into different challenges,
Yeah.
and it would bog you down, because even after you're doing sadhana and everything, you can still, like, if someone hurts you, or you're trying to do good for someone, but still it doesn't go your way. One of some wish doesn't get fulfilled, even if it's for someone better. But I just, after listening to you all this, I think I was just thinking this: what's the purpose of wandering into all this? You should always remember the end goal, and that is to attain Krishna. And if all the small, things are bothering you, then you're missing out on focusing your end goal, and you're getting deviated. So better to forgive and get past it, so you can continue your journey.
Yeah, forgiving is
That's just a thought.
it's a very saintly quality.
What I had.
Yeah, forgiving is a very saintly quality. One should learn to forgive. Otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, it's not easy, because when you're hurt,
Yeah.
you're always pondering on the pain rather than forgiving. So, but yeah, I think if you practice, I think it will help you. Just want to add that.
Yeah, Krishna is forgiving us so many times. Otherwise, we are doomed, right?
Yeah, you said infinitely patient, so infinitely forgiving as well.
Yeah, infinitely forgiving. Otherwise, we cannot be. Like, we have done so many things. So devotee also has the same quality. And here this verse I was thinking, as you were saying. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Partha neveha namutra vinashastasya vidyate nahi kalyana krit kashid durgatim tata gacchati. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Son of Pritha, a transcendentalist engaged in auspicious activities does not meet with destruction either in this world or in the spiritual world. One who does good, my friend, is never overcome by evil. So that's basically we have to do the good, and then that's it, whatever be the outcome. So, and good means to give Krishna, as this verse is saying, to others. I mean, everybody is not going to accept. We have not also completely, fully like surrendered to Krishna. So, but yeah, we have to we have to try, and that itself is success. Right? So we have to try, and in the without any ulterior motive. We have to just try to give Krishna to others. That's it.
Yeah. I was remembering Prabhupada says the best preacher is a happy preacher. He's joyful. Na shochati na kankshati brahma bhuta prasanatma. He has no lamentation. He has no hankering for material desires. So more we become pure in our heart, devoid of the anarthas, more we become joyful. And that is the best way of preaching, because if you are sad and you're giving, speaking about Krishna or giving out books, then people will not be very much interested. And if they see that joy in your face, is when they get attracted. Oh, I want to have the same joy. And that joy will come when you are satisfied in your position and grateful to Krishna, non envious, non enmity, don't have anger. Basically, humility and tolerance, Kirtaniya Sadahari. Being considering yourself very humble, I'm very insignificant, and not desiring respect from others. All these things contribute to us being joyful all the time and not bothered by anything. And do not try to bother others. Don't give anxiety to others and not be disturbed by others.
Yeah, I think it's all because of unfulfilled expectations also. There is
Material desires, that is a root cause.
unfulfilled expectations will cause some pain in the heart, right? And naturally, if you are in a relationship, in a family, there is some expectation. Husband has some expectation from wife, wife has some expectation from husband, parents have some expectation from children, and children have some, so like everywhere, and some friends also, right? If you have some friends, then you have some expectations, and when expectations don't go the way we want, because yeah, people have their own everybody, and we are also, right? Somebody may have expectations from us and we are not meeting their expectations, so that causes grief to others, right? We are not meeting their expectations, and I have expectations from others and they are not meeting my expectations. So there is always this because of all this. So one time, one way Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, he says, humility means to have no expectations. Very difficult, but to have no expectations from anybody in this world. Um, so that is what is causing the grief also. But naturally, I mean, you go into a relationship, then you expect that, yeah, some kind of reciprocation will be there from the other person. Like if you're married, right? When I'm sick, my wife will, take care of. My wife has expectation. When I'm sick, my husband will take care of me. My children will take care of me. And so sometimes, yeah, they are not fulfilled. I'm just giving an analogy. I mean, there can be so many ways, right? So, so that is what is, and we are dependent on others also, right? If I, if I have to like go to the airport, right? And I call Uber through my phone. I'm expecting that the Uber guy is going to come, because otherwise I'll miss my flight. So if they don't come, show up at the time, right? Even in business, right? There are expectations in the company. There are expectations from the employees. And if they don't fulfill the expectation, then we're fired. So if I call Uber and the driver doesn't show up, and then I may be in anxiety. Oh my God, I had expectations. We are dependent on others in this world for so many things, right? We go to doctor, we have some expectation. We are paying the money, he will give me the right medicine and not give me the wrong medicine. There are cases like that. In hospitals, people have been given the wrong drug, which was meant for some other patient, and they have been given that drug and they have been paralyzed like that. So all these things create little, resentment in the heart. Hmm?
Especially from the close ones that
Yeah,
are around you,
close to one.
your
Yeah.
family members, friends. Yeah, it hurts the most there. I think it's a test as well for us. Every obstacle that comes in terms of relationship, there is always a learning. And if you're getting the same kind of obstacle again and again, you're failing the test, the paper, in exam. So you're doing a retest.
Okay, so less expectations, but no expectations is very difficult. We expect the world, the traffic to move in a certain way, right? We expect that when we are crossing a green light, then the other side is red, and that guy is following the rule, right? That he's stopping at the red light. we have kind of expectation. Yeah, I mean, in sense, and if he doesn't, then bang, there is a collision, and then we become, yeah, why did you do this? It's not supposed to. You're not supposed to do this. Yeah, because it's red light. You're supposed to stop. So, and he may have done it out of mistake, whatever. But so we are as
Also, I've heard this.
oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Prabhu. Finish your thought.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I was saying, I've heard this as well, that, there will be expectations from both the sides, but you try to fulfill, do your best from your side, without expecting others. And if they're doing, well and good, if not, then instead of causing, anxiety or worry, because Krishna is within each one of us. If he wants, he can direct anyone to do something. Like, we have said, during book this means, if Prabhupada said, right, regarding, asking money, if Krishna wants, he can give me everything you have, make you give everything you have to me, something like that. Is that correct understanding?
If Krishna wants, no, I didn't understand what you were saying. That if Krishna
Yeah,
wants,
so I was saying that in terms of expectations, that, you do your best from your side without, like, Swadharma is there, right? That each one has their own individual duties and responsibilities to perform. So, I think rather than focusing on the other one that they are not doing this, the focus should be on ourselves. That if you are doing your due diligence, you are fulfilling your responsibilities in a proper way. When I think the fights or problems occur when you try to find faults in others, that they are not doing this which they should have. Um, But I was thinking in this sense when Prabhupada had said to, one of the newspaper reporters, like, regarding where is the money coming from,
Krishna is
and
giving.
he said Krishna is providing, and then I think he had also mentioned, right, to someone that, if Krishna wants, he can make me, uh, make you give all your money to me, because
Yeah.
he's in the heart, right?
Yeah.
So he can also make someone do, uh, you know, their due diligence if he wants to.
Yeah, he can make, but everybody has their free will also. So that
Mhm.
is also there, right? Because Krishna wants us to all go back home, back to Godhead. But why everybody is not going? Because eventually they will go, but why not immediately? Because everybody has their free will. So Krishna is not interfering. I mean, he's helping us, but yeah, is the free will is there. We came to this material world by our free will. So there is also the free will of the jiva. So Prabhupada wanted everybody to become a devotee, right? But not everybody he came in contact with became a devotee. So there's also the free will of the jiva. Yeah, so
Good point.
hmm.
Um, yeah, means I was not thinking in that sense. So you made a very nice point. So each one has their own free will, so they can decide if they want to surrender now or fulfill their desires. So how does one know if their free will is taking them towards Krishna or not? If you can highlight on that a little bit, or whatever decisions they're taking in life.
Well, if you are remembering Krishna, the goal is that if you're, I mean, when your love for somebody is increasing, right? In this world also, how much you love your child, right? In your heart. So whatever you're doing, with like yesterday, I think the example was given, if you eat, then you will feel satisfied. You will know for yourself. So now we don't have to figure out like, okay, whether this person is Krishna conscious or not. They will know for themselves if they are becoming Krishna conscious, how much they are thinking, how much they are wanting to serve Krishna, what is there. So so everybody can know for themselves. We don't have to make the determination like who is at what level of Krishna consciousness, and because we don't know in their heart what's going on and how much they are. But we can know ourselves, right? If we introspect how much I feel Yeah, how much I remember Krishna, what is my, so everybody can evaluate for themselves.
So I'm detached. How much of my material desires are going?
Yeah, there are so many things. Avyartha kalatvam shantir avyartha kalatvam virakti mana shunyata, that whole verse is there. In whose heart the love of God is fructifying, right? So these are all the symptoms that develop in such a person's. So yeah, sometimes, like we have the example of this, who's this Pundarik Vidyanidhi and Gadadhar Pandit in Punda. So externally he was looking very like a sense gratifier, but in his heart he had so much love for Krishna, Pundarik Vidyanidhi. So we don't have to figure out who is where, but we have to see ourselves, yeah, how much I am remembering Krishna and how much I feel. Yeah, you in this world, if you love somebody, then that person or thing is always on. Mother is always thinking about her child, right? She loves her child. What is my child doing? Even if she's in the office, in her mind, the child is there. So you may be anywhere, but if you have love for Krishna, you're remembering Krishna there. That's what the example is given by what the paramour, right? Is the wife is cooking and doing very household duties very nicely, but in her back of her mind, she's always thinking about her lover. Okay, so that is Krishna conscious. So, I don't know if you answer your question or not, but whether
Yes, Prabhupada, I think
where
that's
so your question was whether others who are making the decision are they
no, not others. I just said generally, even if I am making, if my free will, if I'm using my free will and it's leading me towards Krishna consciousness or not. But I think what you explained, it makes sense. So, yeah, you will know internally. You'll
internally,
feel,
yeah,
yes.
you can feel that.
Mhm.
Free will means every choice that you make in life, which is at every moment. So you are making a choice whether to remember Krishna or forget him. So you have to see like what choices you are making. I can make a choice to criticize a devotee and speak to somebody, then that is a step away from Krishna. I can take a step to watch TV and other news. That is a step away from Krishna. So every moment is a choice. Every moment is you using your free will. You can evaluate.
And what is the motive, right, behind what you are doing? What is the motive that also counts? Krishna sees, like we say, Arjun was fighting, Duryodhan was fighting. Devotees are going to work, non-devotees are also going to work, right? So what is the motive behind the activity that you're doing? What is your consciousness? Why you're doing what you're doing? So that is also uh, yeah, that's we say will determine, how Krishna conscious you are. So, okay, so then we'll stop here. It's 8 o'clock. We'll bookmark this. Okay, anybody, whatever you want to share, can say now, whatever.
I have a bhajan. Anybody would like to share anything? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So as we are talking about the qualities of a devotee that makes one attracted, Krishna attracted to him. That's this bhajan, Narsi Mehta. वैष्णव जन तो तेने कही जी पीड़ पराई जानी रे पर दुखे उपकार करे ताई मन अभिमान ना हानि रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कही जे पीड़ पराई जानी रे। सकल लोक मातहुने वंदे, निंदा न करे केनी रे। वाच काच मन निश्चल राखी, धन धन जननी तेनी रे। समदृष्टि ने तृष्णा त्यागी, पर स्त्री जेने मात रे। जीव ठकी असत्य न बोले, पर धन नव झले हाथ रे। मोह माया व्यापी नहीं जेने, दृढ़ वैराग्य जिना मन मारे। राम नाम सुताली लागे, सकल तीर्थ तेना तन मारे। वन लोभी ने कपट रहित छे, काम क्रोध निवाया रे। भले नर संयो तेनु दर्शन करता, कुल एको तेरे तार्या रे। वैष्णव जन तो देने कहिए जे, भीड़ पराई जानी रे। Translation: A true Vaishnava, he understands the pain of all and is compassionate to all. He brings happiness to all and he does not feel pride about it. Vaishnava does not criticize anyone, while he humbly worships hundreds in the world. The mother is indeed great who keeps a Vaishnava's tongue and mind under control. Mother in...
Srimati Radharani is saying, I don't know what is
No.
Vachakach.
I mean, the mother of such a Vaishnava, such a great mother he had, that she taught him to control his tongue and mind.
The mother of the Vaishnava, I think, is great.
Yeah.
Who raised such a child.
The Vaishnava has equal vision to all and is not overly ambitious. Looks at others' women as mother, where no falsehood escapes his tongue, does not speak lies, and his hands do not touch another person's gold. The Vaishnava is not affected by the attraction of illusion and attachment. While having the mentality of an ascetic, the Vaishnava is attracted to the chanting of the name of Lord Krishna. The Vaishnava's body itself is where all pilgrimages are found. Vaishnava conquers all lust and anger and is devoid of cheating, propensity, and trickery. The poet Narsi Mehta says that by seeing such a Vaishnava, 71 generations of his family become redeemed. So that is true Vaishnava, and somebody, Krishna, who becomes very dear to Krishna, who has all these qualities. These are ornaments on a devotee. Vaishnava Sadachar. Like to Sanatan Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, यद्यपि तुम्ही होय जगत पावन, तुम्हारा स्पर्श पवित्र होय देव मुनिगण, तथापि भक्तेरा स्वभाव मर्यादा रक्षण, मर्यादा पालन होय साधुरा भूषण. We try to decorate ourselves with, necklaces, earrings, bangles, makeup. All these are to attract the people of this world. But Krishna is not attracted by anything external. Manne dhana bijana rupa tapa shruta ojas tejas prabhava bala paurusha buddhi yoga naradhanaya hi bhavanti parasya pumsu bhaktyat tosho bhagwan gajavidapaya. So Prahlad Maharaj will say future verse that Krishna is not attracted by our wealth, by our being born in a very great aristocratic family, by our beauty or austerity or luster or physical strength or intelligence, like that. Krishna is not attracted. These are all These are all ornaments of a dead body. What is it? Bhakti.
Bhagavad Bhakti.
Bhagavad Bhakti Hinasya Jati Shastra Japatapa Apranasya Va Dehasya Mandanam Lokaranjanam. All these are to attract all the common people of this world, but actually these are ornaments to a dead body. But Krishna says to Sanatan Goswami that Vaishnav Sadachar is the real ornament of a devotee. Yeah. So these Vaishnav qualities is what makes a devotee beautiful in the eyes of Krishna, and Krishna is attracted. Shri Krishna Akarshani. If a devotee is very compassionate, and the way that we were hearing Prahlad Maharaj, we can show compassion to others is to be, first of all, setting a good example of a devotee, a joyful devotee, and a devotee with all good qualities, and also sharing Krishna consciousness with others, whoever we meet. Yare dil tare ko Krishna Upadesh. So that is showing compassion, and of course trying to help them in any way. Etava janma safalam. We quoted that was prane artha diya vacha, by our life, by our wealth, by our intelligence, by our words. We try to uplift others, to bring them closer to Krishna. So that is compassion. And he brings happiness to all. Of course, somebody can be happy only if they are connected to Krishna. By giving them bodily happiness, that is like harm giving kindness. Somebody who has diabetes and he's craving for sugary things, and you bring them the sweets to make them happy, and their diabetes increase and they die. Well, that's not compassion, right? So that is harm giving kindness. And he's not proud about it, means like we say, neki kar dariya mein dal. You do good things to others and you forget all good things that you did to them, because if you keep an expectation this person will reciprocate with me because I helped him, then you always will be disturbed. So just forget anything good that you have done to others, so that pride doesn't come in you, that you try to help others. While Krishna is using you as an instrument, you cannot do anything without the sanction of Krishna. You can't even speak or you can't even breathe without Krishna's sanction. So, how can you help others? Krishna is using you as an instrument because he wants to help others, right? So, in that way, we should not feel proud. Oh, I know these shlokas, I am making this person into a devotee. He came to Krishna consciousness because of me. All these are things of pride that come in between us and Krishna, that will stop our progress on the path of bhakti. So a Vaishnava is very careful about using his tongue. His tongue should always be used to praise others, not criticize anybody, and to speak only about Krishna. To speak about Krishna's pastimes, not our pastimes. So, or gossip, or people, what's happening in other people's lives. That's not how the tongue should be used. And he humbly serves so many in the world. And yes, yeah, father and mother actually the initial speech, the gurus in our life, and they should be teaching their children to control their tongue and the mind. So if you can't do that, then don't become mother or father, as Rishabdev says. What is that verse?
Guru Nasasya.
Guru Nasasya, Janani Nasan. Don't become a mother or father until you are able to deliver your dependence from the cycle of birth and death. So set a good example of a devotee for your children. And Vaishnava has equal vision to all. Yeah, because everybody is Krishna's child, even animals and all people. So you should try, you should not be, yeah, Pandita Samadarshina. See Krishna's super soul in everybody's heart. Yeah. And not be overly ambitious means not to over endeavor. Whatever comes by its own accord, we are satisfied with that. We will not over endeavor that our sadhana will be affected. Our sadhana is our priority. And he looks at other women as mother. So we have to have a proper vision in seeing others. So other men as my father and other women as my mother. and not
Women
speak it.
should look then, if women should look, oh, this is my son. Because if I'm looking at somebody as a mother, then the mother should look, okay, this is my son.
Actually, they say that the girls that are younger to you, you should look at as your daughter. The girls
Actually,
that are
Prabhupada says everybody should be at rest. It says, even if there's a lecture, I'll share that.
but that bhav will not come because you see a little girl and you say mother, but
Yeah,
you can
but
see them as your daughter.
correct, correct. You can see like whatever you want to see, but I think he says like that. Yeah, he says that because this girl will also become mother in the future. So
See,
she,
but not my mother, right?
my mother.
Because I have a different mother. I'm talking about seeing them as my mother.
So whatever feel, yeah, but I was just saying that Prabhupada says that even those who are younger to you, you can see them as mother.
No, I've heard a devotee, yeah, maybe, but what?
Anyway, however, see again, this is subjective, so we don't want to discuss too much on this. So otherwise, it will create some debate. But I
Yeah.
will just,
See, yeah, whatever works for you. If a girl very young in age, you can't see her as mother, you see her as your daughter.
yeah, okay.
And does not lie with his tongue. And his hands does not touch other property. You see other people's money as dirt on the street.
Mm.
And be very careful with using other people's money. Because every penny and you know can bring you back to this material world. If you keep somebody's money and you have not returned it, well, you have to take another birth to return it. So better you get your accounts, you know, corrected in this life. And whatever is, you are supposed to give others, you give them. Um, so there is no attraction, illusion, and attachment. All of this does not affect the Vaishnav. Actually, the Vaishnav is attached to Krishna. He's satisfied in his relationship with Krishna. So nothing of this world can attract him. All of that becomes like a broken piece of glass. It becomes very insignificant in comparison to the Chintamani jewel of Krishna. So we should understand, the highest position of the spiritual world, like what's going on in the spiritual world. We should be attracted to that. Then things of this world we will not be attracted to. Like we say, demigods wouldn't even come to this material world to pass stool and urine. It's such a bad place. It's like a slum for them. And we are very satisfied and we are very want to make this place very like being in a prison, and we want to build a very beautiful prison cell for ourselves. That's what we are trying to do in this material world. It's not. It will remain a prison cell. An ascetic, a renounced person, that would come automatically. Vasudev Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prajita Janate Ashu Vairagyam. Vairagya will come automatically when we do bhakti, and our hearts become purified of material desires. And he's always chanting the holy name. Kirtaniya Sadahari. Naam Gane Sadaruchi. That is a quality of a Vaishnava. If talking to a Vaishnav makes your determination greater to chant the holy name, that's a good association. Vaishnav Tirthi Kurvanti Tirthani. He's a place of pilgrimage, walking place of pilgrimage. Where whoever he would touch, he would purify that person. And we can see that talking with somebody, it purifies us, like that. So he's dham, and he has conquered over his lust and anger, and he does not cheat others or do any tricks. He's very simple hearted. What he's inside in his heart, that's what he's outside. He doesn't do things or do any diplomatic behavior, or and then, yeah, 71 generations. So the best thing that we can do for our family, if we love them, is to become a pure devotee, because 71 generations, or as Narsingadev says, 21 generations, it says there. 21 generations are liberated. Everybody gets benefited around a pure devotee. If you would like to add anything, thank you.
Anybody like to say anything on the song? Let's ask. Does Juhi want to say anything, or who else is there? Preeti want to say anything?
Yeah, I mean, Mataji covered almost everything, like as a Vaishnava, how should be our attitude, how should be our behavior. So that is very well portrayed in this song that she sang and the meaning that she explained. So yeah, sometimes it's a little hard, like to follow everything, but yeah, we should still like keep our efforts high and ask for the mercy. With ourselves alone, we cannot achieve, but by the mercy of Krishna, his devotees, we can cross this nescience, ocean of nescience that we are placed in. Yeah, we should avoid any offenses for any Vaishnavas and yeah, safeguard our bhakti and ask. Always pray, pray, pray. That is like Srimad Bhagavatam is full of prayers. So like the great devotees of Lord who prayed, we should pray in their footsteps. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Prabhuji. Gunandini is making a lot of noise.
Nandini, don't make a lot of noise. Okay. Yeah, here is where the Prabhupada's lecture is. It doesn't matter if she's younger or older, but she should be treated as mother. Therefore, it is a system in Vedic culture. As soon as one sees another woman, she addresses or he addresses her mother, Mataji, immediately mother. That makes the relationship. The woman treats the unknown man as son, and the unknown man treats the unknown woman as mother. This is Vedic civilization. Another, there are many other quotes like this from Prabhupada.
Malati Mataji, she doesn't like to be called Mataji, right?
But if you say Mother Malti, she's okay. If you say Mother Malti, she's okay. I think there's something with the word Mataji. If you say Mother Malti, she'll be okay. You ask her. Don't know. But the thing is, yeah, it is not that she is my mother, but you see your mother in that. That how, okay, she's younger to me. She cannot be my mother, but you see your mother, you remember your mother, and you see your mother in that. So the Prabhupada also says, like, I mean, I don't want to take it too far, but he says, let's see, this other quote is there. That is the system. Okay. What happened here? Got split 1 minute. I'm saying what Prabhupada says now, whatever one wants to think, that's different. But that is the system still in India. Any unknown woman who has no introduction with you, she's addressed as Mataji. Address her. She may be just like daughter or granddaughter, but one would address as respect to the woman as Mother Mataji. This is Indian system. Now some rascals have introduced, actually it's Behenji, sister, but that is not Shastric. In Shastra, all the women except one's wife should be addressed as mother. So there are many quotes like that. I just wanted to make sure that you are aware of what Prabhupada says. Now, it's up to you how everybody sees whatever they want to do. That's up to them. Okay. Anything else on the song? Who else? Vaishali like to say something? Vaishali joined us.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Now you have to speak.
You heard the song?
No, I was just going to say now everyone should be called as Mataji.
And Preeti would like to say something.
No, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Veena.
No, Prabhuji.
Okay. All right. So
I like this song very much. Basically, when you often say, right, act in a way how Krishna wants to see you. So everything is in this song. If you're trying to find out how should you act.
yeah, everything is there in our Vaishnava songs. Yeah, the philosophy is there in Vaishnava songs. So Of course, this is not exactly a Gaudiya Vaishnava, Narsi Mehta, but it's very nice song. Very popular in Gujarat, right? Narsi Mehta songs.
I mean, we should read the pastimes of Nrsimha Mehta, how he saw Krishna in his life.
Yeah.
Because he was an example of such a Vaishnava with all of these qualities. And that's why Krishna became
Maybe you can
Krishna.
find
And
some biography of Narsi Mehta and we can read how his life was. It's nice to read the biography of great saints because
a few pastimes.
Huh?
Yeah, I'll find it. A few pastimes when Krishna
pastime.
came.
The biography includes pastimes, his character, and what his life was, and how he became devotee, and all that. So,
Mhm.
nice. Narsi Mehta. We have Vaishali Mehta.
Yeah, no, and this
Vaishali has the same last name.
Nitai Sevni Mataji quotes a lot about him in her lectures.
Because she's from Gujarat. Originally, she's Gujarati, so Narsi Mehta is very kind of famous in Gujarat.
I pasted one
Hare
response
Krishna.
desiretary article on him.
Okay. We can
I
read.
think there are some nice Gujarati movies. I don't know whether they were translated, but like Kumarbai no Mameru and all. But that had a lot of information about. I saw it many years ago, decades ago, but a very wonderful description. Don't know whether it's available in Hindi.
Yeah. We can see some Gujarati.
Can I say something?
We can see Gujarati movie. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Umakant.
Okay, so I think you started to talk about the compassion, and then Radhika also sing the song which talks about the compassion, and then there was a mention about Donald Trump, whether we can make him Krishna consciousness or not.
Yeah.
So in my mind, there is only one person can do that, and that is Nityanand Prabhuji. So because he has so much mercy, and he's so famous for his boundless compassion, he even delivered the most fallen souls like Jagai and Madhai without considering their past sins. And he constantly engaged in dancing, chanting, distributing the books. And his mood was totally carefree and very blissful. So through him, one can receive the mercy of Krishna. So that's the only way Trump can be, Krishna conscious. At the same time, I am thinking in my mind.
You have to call
that
Nityanand
our
Prabhu.
days
Then
should-
you have to call Nityanand Prabhu here.
Right. So in my mind,
We'll ask
our days
who will
start
call
with-
Nityanand Prabhu. First, we have to figure out who will call Nityanand Prabhu. I think maybe
Prabhuji, you can call.
maybe
So-
Radhika can
so-
call, Radhika or Preeti or somebody
Right.
they can call.
Yeah, they can call, right, exactly. So my point was our days should start with keeping Nityanand Prabhuji in our prayers, because we are talking almost every day about the compassion.
Yeah.
So that's the only way we can, keep the focus on compassion. Because Nityanand Prabhu, he was very approachable. He was like friendly to so many people, and he did not have any judgment whether this is a sinner or a bad person. He was just very merciful. So the solution is we have to always remember Nityananda Prabhu first when we wake up. That's our starting point, and that will help us in everything. Thank you.
So who will call Nityanand Prabhu? Maybe Advaita Acharya called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We can call Nityanand Prabhu, who has devotion.
Prabhuji, charity begins at home. Why don't you start?
Okay, I will start, and if
You can.
if I fail, then I will
Right.
pass it. I will pass. Then others have to call, right? If I fail, and then Radhika will call, Preeti will call, Vaishali, Juhi, everybody will call. One by one. Then we'll see who has the most devotion and when Nityan Prabhu will come.
Maybe all
can call together, that will be more powerful.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's another thing. Okay, call together. Okay. Okay. So when should we start?
wanted to say, Prabhuji, yeah, please finish, Prabhuji.
No, I'm saying, but you are all the representatives of Nityan Prabhu. So Nityan Prabhu has come through you all because you are the representative of Nityan Prabhu. You are preaching and doing so many things. So you are representing Nityan Prabhu. So you can probably directly go to Donald Trump and he will hear if you make the effort. So Prabhupada is the representative of Nityan Prabhu. And then others who are following Prabhupada, all of you, you are representatives of Nityan Prabhu. So maybe we should all go together to White House and give Donald Trump a little.
We don't need to call Donald Trump. There is super soul in his heart. And if we pray to Krishna sitting in our room, seriously pray to change, to transform his heart, to become a devotee. If Krishna can listen to our prayers, we don't need to personally go.
That is also possible. But Prabhupada did come here to the West. He didn't pray from Vrindavan. For all the, I mean, he did come, he came here and he wrote the books and distributed the books also. But yeah, it is possible. I mean, if you pray, and Prabhupada prayed, that's why also so many people became devotees. So if you all pray from here only. So let's do one prayer every day for Donald Trump to become a devotee. Then, yeah, Krishna can fulfill the desires of his devotees, right? He is always ready to fulfill the desires of his devotees. So we'll all pray. Maybe chant one round every day extra for Donald Trump to become a devotee. Will everybody do that?
He's going to get a lot of mercy.
Okay. Yeah, it is possible. Everything is possible, right? If devotee desires, then Krishna can do anything. Prabhupada was going in Juhu, like where Juhu temple is. He was thinking, how nice if there was a beautiful temple for Krishna here. And many years after, we have the beautiful ISKCON Juhu temple there, right there. Prabhupada used to walk past there. And other places also, right? In Vrindavan or wherever it was. So if devotees desire, then everything can happen. So it is not like we may think it is exaggeration or anything like that. No, but you're also exalted pure devotees. If you desire, so many things can happen. Okay. Whole Columbus can become Krishna conscious.
Only a conscious.
Okay, so we are at 8:30. We can read Bhagavatam. Anything else anybody like to share or sing or say anything? Vaishali wanted to share something about Goswamis. You want to share anything about Goswamis?
Not today, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were saying previously, so we are waiting for that day when you want to share. And Preeti is going to share about teachings of Queen Kunti, prayers of Queen Kunti, one of these days also. So we have to figure out a day. Others are sharing regularly also. And you also want to give a class. Anybody want to give a class? We can have it like 8:30 to 9. You can give a class. Or 8 to 8:30, whatever works. Okay. Maybe I should ask everybody to give some little talk. Whoever wants to speak, I can give a verse from Bhagavad Gita. I think Radhika used to speak like that before she would take a verse and speak, right, on Bhagavad Gita. I was
Yeah, like 6-7 years ago.
6-7 years ago. Yeah, so I can ask others also to speak on, so that way you prepare a little bit. And okay, so then you will have good, you can also then get some confidence, and you already have confidence. I'm not saying that you don't have, but then you can share, then you can give class at your temple. Okay, so where are we in the Bhagavatam?
Mm. You have to start chapter 25.
I thought we were in the middle of Govardhan Leela. No, we finished.
First chapter we finished, 24th chapter.
But we read some verses of 25th chapter, or not?
I think 5 verses we read, I think. Yeah, Balisham Stabdam. We read till 5. Vachalam Balisham. 6th verse we have to do.
Okay. So who would like to read from 6th verse? 5 verses. This is Govardhan Leela. Any volunteers?
I'll read from number 6, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Okay.
6 to 10.
Okay. To the clouds of destruction, King Indra said, the prosperity of these people have made them mad with pride, and their arrogance is backed up by Krishna. Now go and remove their pride and bring their animals to destruction. So Lord King Indra is really angry now. 7. I will follow you to Vraja, riding on my elephant Airbata, and taking with me the swift and powerful wind gods to decimate the cowherd village of Nandmarai. 8. Sukdev Goswami said, on Indra's order, the clouds of universe destruction, released untimely from their bonds, went to the cowherd pasture of Nandmarai. There they began to torment the inhabitants by powerful pouring down torrents of rain upon them. Propelled by the fearsome wind gods, the clouds blazed with lightning bolts and roared with thunder as they hurled down hailstones. 10. As the clouds released torrents of rain as thick as massive columns, the earth was submerged in the flood, and high ground could no longer be distinguished from the low. So Lord Indra is all puffed up, thinks he has all the powers, and his ego got hurt that they didn't pray for him or gave him offering. So he is using all his paraphernalia to attack. That's what is going on in today's world, right? Any country can attack anybody.
Okay, so everything was submerged. No high, no low ground. Everything was in water. So this is what Indra did. Okay, 11.
I can do. The cows and other animals, shivering from the excessive rain and wind, and the cowherd men and ladies, pained by the cold, all approached Lord Govinda for shelter. Trembling from the distress brought about by the severe rainfall, and trying to cover their heads and calves with their own bodies, the cows approached the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The cowherd men and women addressed the Lord, Krishna, Krishna, O most fortunate one, please deliver the cows from the wrath of Indra. O Lord, you are so affectionate to your devotees, please save us. This may be one of the Krishna, Krishna Mahabhaga. Many verses are like that. Seeing the inhabitants. Okay.
Okay, that's the verse.
So many times in Vrindavan Leela, Krishna, Krishna Mahayogi, hey. like
Deva,
being in
Deva.
the forest.
Deva, Deva,
Yeah.
Jagatpate.
Even that Uttara was also there. Yeah. So that is a Vrajvasi. Any danger that happen in their life, they run towards Krishna instead of running towards others. Help me, help. Say, go here and there, trying to see who can help me. No, Krishna only can help me. Please, you deliver us. And you are so affectionate to your devotees. Please save us from this danger.
Can we call
Krishna
911? Are we allowed to call 911 if we have danger?
We can, but only after taking shelter of Krishna. First thought should be, Krishna, please save me. That should be the first thought. Only you can protect me. And then we can do other measures. Krishna only gives intelligence in our heart. What is the best way to come out of this danger? But first we remember Krishna.
And if Krishna comes, then you don't have to call 911. Right? That's what. Or Krishna will send all the policemen, right, as his instruments. So sometimes Krishna personally comes, right? That's where Gaur Govind Maharaj tells the story of that little boy, right, who had to cross the. I mean, you can tell the story, but yeah, I don't want to tell. But how he was calling his friend, and then Krishna was coming.
Yeah, Krishna reciprocates according to your faith. And if somebody has faith, yes, Krishna is there. Like we were reading the story of Sakshi Gopal on our evening call. And that young Brahmana had faith. Krishna, you come with me and you give witness. And Lord said, the deity said, deity doesn't walk. But then the young Brahman said, well, you are talking. If you can talk, then you can also walk. And how he had such faith that he said to the old Brahmana, if I bring Krishna as a witness, then will you let me marry your daughter? How can he say such a thing unless he has faith that yes, Krishna himself will come as my witness? And Krishna just reciprocated with his faith. And that Raghunandan, who's trying to feed the food to the deity, he's like, you have to eat this. This my mom cooked for you, so the deity had to eat. So everything, our Krishna conscious practice is based on faith. How much faith we have in the instruction of Shastra, how we are approaching Krishna. Yes, Krishna is a person. He is my beloved. He will reciprocate. He's there with me.
And he may not come personally all the time. He may send his devotee. And like Narad Muni, right? Dhruva Maharaj was looking for God. But
he doesn't need to come personally. He's already there. Ito Narsingha Parto Narsingha Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsingha.
No, to save from a danger, like to save from a danger, let's say. Of course, for Prahlad, he came from the pillar, right? And he saved. I mean, he can save in many ways. Without his not being present also, he can save you. So he doesn't have to personally.
But he's already present, right? I mean,
he's present.
When we say, does he come or not? Where has he to come from? He's already there.
He's already there, but I'm in difficulty. Let's say I've got an accident, right? And I'm bleeding. And
that's what we say. Krishna protects our consciousness. He may not protect us physically.
No,
and
but
because
based on our somebody is hurt in our car, right? My friend is there, somebody's hurt in my car. Then I can pray to Krishna, Krishna, please help, because my friend is hurt and is badly injured. And then he may give us intelligence. No, you call 911. The ambulance will come. So the ambulance is also.
Remembrance of Krishna takes a moment, right? I'm not saying you keep on praying. Like in your heart, who do you take shelter of? I think we were hearing somebody, and Chaitanya Charan Prabhu was he saying that at the time of death, when we are going through crisis, who will we think of? Whoever we have taken shelter of throughout our life is that person. He will come into our life.
So in that situation, Krishna can personally come also, but he can also send like messengers or other people who will come and help, right? So that is.
I'm saying that, see, when we chant the name of Krishna, we are saying Krishna is not different from his name. If I'm speaking Krishna, Krishna is already there.
Correct.
I mean, he is there in the
But
form
at
of
that
an
time, I
embodiment.
need help to go to the hospital, let's say,
Yeah,
because
so
somebody.
physical help will come or not, that's up to Krishna, him for this to decide.
But
But in my mind,
if it doesn't come, if Krishna personally doesn't come, like in person, then he will send an ambulance. He will give the intelligence to me, and he say, "Okay, you call 911." Right? He's in the heart also. So intelligence also is given by Krishna. So in that way also is coming in our life, right? Okay,
yeah,
you take shelter of this. Take shelter. Call 911. Who is giving that? I mean, in one sense, it is Krishna in our heart who is giving the
mhm,
intelligence. So he's Paramatma.
yeah,
So he may not come personally, but still, I mean, we can get help from other people, right? He may send other people in our life to help.
yeah, I think that's what we say. Actual protection of Krishna is the remembrance of Krishna. Even in that hard time, are we remembering Krishna? If we are remembering Krishna, then we are with Krishna. Even if we die, what's the big deal? We are going to go back to the spiritual world.
But
The
we
main
will try
thing
to
is,
save, right? We will try to save by doing whatever is needful, right? I mean,
yeah, and that happens according to the direction of Krishna. Some devotees have passed away in car accidents. We won't say that, Krishna didn't come to help them. We don't know their consciousness. They may be remembering Krishna and it was their time to die. We don't know what
but we
Krishna
have to do
planned.
our part, right? They say do as if everything depends on you, right? And pray as if everything depends on. No, what is it?
Yeah,
Uh,
pray as if everything depends on Krishna.
and
Do as if everything depends on you.
yeah, so it is like, okay, I have to do my part also, right? I mean, I'm praying, but I have to do whatever is necessary.
Intelligence. Yeah,
That
intelligence
comes
should be
from
given.
Krishna, but that also
Yes.
comes from Krishna, right? So
Yes, yes, yes. And yeah, so what I'm saying is the main thing is remembrance of Krishna. Rest everything will be done by Krishna. He will give us intelligence. He may send police, 911.
that
He may
remembrance
send
of Krishna
doctor.
also, Krishna only gives that, because Krishna says, Matta Smritir Jnanam Apohanam Cha. Of course, now there is a free will also of the Jiva, but without Krishna's
Yes,
sanction, we can't remember. We can't remember him
yes.
also. That's
That's
all.
what Krishna says. If my devotee is not able to remember
So
me at
if
the
I
time
don't
of
remember
death,
Krishna, I cannot blame Krishna. Okay, I did not remember Krishna in this time of distress. Oh, why didn't? Because Krishna did not give me remembrance. No, no. We can't blame Krishna that, oh, you didn't give me remembrance. I didn't think of you, Krishna, in the time of distress. You didn't give me remembrance. So who is to be blamed? We have to blame ourselves. Yes, because I have free will. I have my uh, desires and things like that. Okay,
no.
anyway, this is just a philosophical discussion, but we can.
Yeah, so the main thing is to remember Krishna. Rest everything will be done by Krishna.
But Prabhupada also said that he didn't tell Arjuna, now you sleep on the chariot and I will do
I mean,
everything.
yes,
Just simply sit.
ability to fight,
Yeah.
Krishna's ability
So
to
the
fight.
fighting ability also Krishna gave Arjun, right? So that is also
Yeah.
there. Because then
And
same Arjun was not able to protect, right? What is that?
the queens of Krishna from Dwarka. Yeah, I am the ability in man. I am the intelligence of the intelligent. I mean, we can't even breathe without Krishna's help. And what can we do? We can't do anything. All we can do is cry out to Krishna. That is what Prabhupada said. We should cry like a baby. The baby is not able to do anything. Mother and father have to take care of him. We are that helpless. We can't control even our breathing, our heart, our liver, our kidney.
Yeah, so Prabhupada says depending on Krishna means we have to work according to the direction of Shastra, Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. And then, so, yeah, we have to work according to the direction, like Prabhupada himself, right? He was given the instruction by a spiritual master. So, yeah, we have to depend on, and of course, Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita also how we should act.
Matchitta sarva durgani mat prasada tarishyasya thachitvam ahankaram nashvasya vinashyasya. If you become conscious of me, you will cross through all obstacles in life. But if you don't act in such consciousness, you'll be lost.
Become, he says, man mana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam. Worship me, become my devotee. So then what is devotee means? Okay, patram pushpam phalam toyam yat karoshi yadashnasi yad juhosi dada. Whatever you do it as an offering to me. Of course, that is karma yoga. Prabhupada says, yeah, work for me means, okay, spread my glories. Yeah, so.
Okay, I'll finish 14. Seeing the inhabitants of his Gokul rendered practically unconscious by the onslaught of hail and blasting wind, the Supreme Lord Hari understood that this was the work of angry Indra. Sri Krishna said to himself, because we have stopped his sacrifice, Indra has caused this unusually fierce, unseasonable rain together with terrible winds and hail. Krishna knows everything. Who does what? What's going on in anybody's mind and heart.
Next verse 16 through 20. We'll read.
I can read, Prabhuji. Since from which one?
16 through 20.
Okay. By my mystic power, I will completely counteract this disturbance caused by Indra. Demigods like Indra are proud of their opulence, and out of foolishness, they falsely consider themselves the Lord of the universe. I will now destroy such ignorance. Since the demigods are endowed with the mode of goodness, the false pride of considering oneself the Lord should certainly not affect them. When I break the false prestige of those bereft of goodness, my purpose is to bring them relief. I must therefore protect the coward community by my transcendental potency, for I am their shelter, I am their master, and indeed they are my own family. After all, I have taken a vow to protect my devotees. Having said this, Lord Krishna, who is Vishnu himself, picked up Govardhana hill with one hand and held it aloft just as easily as a child holds up a mushroom. The Lord then addressed the coward community. O mother, O father, O residents of Raja, if you wish, you may now come under this hill with your cows.
Understand.
No.
Okay.
It says over here, Krishna is who is Vishnu himself. Vishnu is Krishna, right? Rather than Krishna is Vishnu.
Yeah, it's same kind of, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's very nice. In verse 18, Krishna is saying they are my family, my own family. Like if we become a devotee, we join Krishna's family. We take special care for the devotees because we are his family.
Yeah, that's verse is there, right? Samoham
Sarvabhuta
Name.
Namedesh
Yeah.
Vibhajante Tam Bhakti Maite Teshu Chape.
Krishna is equal to everybody. He doesn't Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu. Name Dveshu. I don't envy anybody. Name Dveshu. And nobody is especially dear to me. I am equal to everybody. But then he says, okay, one who becomes my devotee, ye tu bhajanti mam. Yeah. Then I will take special care. He is a friend to me and I am a friend to him. So somebody may say, well, that's partiality. So how do you counter that argument? It's partiality. Because one time Krishna is saying, I'm equal to all. Then he says, they are my special people. I will take. So how is that?
Because everybody can become his devotee. Nobody is restricted. It's their free will. Somebody chooses to be a devotee and take shelter of Krishna.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Yeah. So he's like, what is the analogy about the sun and the
windows? And the teacher and the students. Teacher is teaching, and student, if he hears the teacher, he can do nice, and he can get nice grades. But if somebody doesn't like to hear, he will fall behind. So the teacher is equal to everybody, but
yeah, teacher is teaching like in our class, right? When you were school, the teacher is teaching, and some of us like us, we were talking and not paying attention. Then we have a hard time in the exam. But those who are paying attention to the teacher and making notes and like trying to understand, they are learning faster, right? Because the teacher is saying the same thing to all the students, but depending on the students' desire to learn, right, they will make progress. So I think in spiritual life also it is like this. How much greed everybody has to go back home, back to Godhead, how much greed you have to become. To that degree, one will make spiritual progress. So in material life, greed, even you may have greed, but if your karma is not there, you will not get so much money. Like people who are rich maybe have so much greed, but it doesn't mean I have greed. But spiritual life is not limited by karma. So if you can develop greed for tatra law, how does that word start?
Krishna bhakti rasa bhavitamati pretam yadi kutopi labhyate tatra lalam api moolam janma koti sukritam.
So intense desire, greed means intense desire. To the degree we have intensity of desire, if the desire is very intense, then you will put your desire into action, right? So, yeah, if I have intense desire to become a doctor or something like that or whatever, then I will go through the residency and all the hardships that write the exams in USMLE and all this very difficult things I will do because I have the great intense desire to.
Like there is a thing we say, if there is a will, there is a way. If you intensely desire to progress, Krishna will help you.
God help people help themselves. God help Prabhupada writes this statement. God helps those who help themselves. Means if we help ourselves, means if we become eager to get Krishna and to go back to the spiritual world out of this cycle of birth and death, Krishna will help. Like Prabhupada says, most of us all don't desire to go back home, back to Godhead. But if anybody desires, and desire is also, there is levels of desires, right? There is desire, then more desire, then more desire, intense desire, right? Prabhupada had the intense desire to spread Krishna consciousness. So he went through so much austerity and even risked his life. Even in India, he was preaching, risking his life to spread Krishna consciousness. And he and many of his disciples, we heard about Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, right? He also was taking so much risk to spread Krishna consciousness because that was the desire. In Prabhupada's intensity of desire, like got transplanted into his disciples' hearts also. So if you have such a great spiritual master and you hear from him, like Srila Prabhupada, how could people give up like their all things and then they could go like Malti Prabhu and everybody went to UK to spread? How could somebody do that? Because the intensity of Prabhupada's desire, like it got infused into the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Like Giriraj Maharaj, like his very opulent situation. He's living in Bombay with all the no proper sanitation, with all the mosquitoes and all the threats from the gundas. And how is it possible to live such an opulent situation and be in a difficult situation? Because of Prabhupada, right? So this is the key thing is when we meet somebody who is very intensely attached to Krishna, that somehow, if you hear from such a devotee, then it gets transmitted to the other people also. And they will also become intensely attached to Krishna. That's why they say you make a spiritual advancement as much as your, in Nectar of Instruction, Prabhupada says, one should be very careful to select Uttamadhikari as a spiritual master. Of course, then he says, even a neophyte can become a spiritual master, but his disciples will also be at that level because they cannot go beyond that. Of course, it is not just to take initiation. That doesn't mean you have accepted. The actual thing is you have to regularly hear and you have to apply those instructions in your life. I can be initiated by the greatest spiritual master, but if I don't regularly take instructions, and I'm not ready to surrender to the instructions, then it will not work as much. You may have the greatest spiritual master. So those who take the instructions and those who hear and they take the mood, like Srila Prabhupada took the mood of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Right? And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was very eager to preach Krishna consciousness. And Prabhupada imbibed that mood. And of course, other God brothers also tried, and I'm not saying anything, but yeah, so this is the thing. So we have to also imbibe the mood of our founder Acharya, because we are all Shiksha disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Okay.
So like there will be lots of new people coming to the Lal Govind Prabhu's Katha program today. So we should all make an attempt to meet new people, talk to them personally about our journey in Krishna consciousness, try to invite them to our programs.
Yeah.
Temple.
Yeah.
That is also preaching. Preaching is not just sitting and giving class.
Yeah.
Preaching means meeting new people and, telling them something about Krishna and building an interest in them to come to our temple and programs.
Yeah. Everything, calling them, like many of you were calling for.
And we can all take their contacts and add them to our WhatsApp groups.
Yeah, I have to add. I think Preeti is going to add. So I'm going to send all the contacts. Yeah. So, okay. It's all 9 o'clock. So we finished 20 verses. We'll continue 21. And Prabhupada also wanted to preach to Western people. When he went to Nairobi, he said, "Oh, where are the Africans? I'm seeing only Indians here. Where are the local people?" So it is not Indian Society for Krishna Consciousness, it's International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Somehow we have to see how we can get others also.
Yeah, and we can just talk with one, person we meet and then start a call with that person. Can we do readings together? And just for 15 or half an hour, read something, share your realizations. In that way, try to build that person into a devotee.
Yeah.
That is it. That is also preaching.
Correct. One-on-one. And that may be more effective also because that person may be feeling more comfortable one-on-one, and then you can preach according to the share according to their level of understanding. So it's like that, yeah. Okay, so we have to have time, but for everything it needs time. So we have to have time for others to share Krishna consciousness. Free to preach, right?
Prabhuji,
Go ahead.
can you hear me, Prabhuji? Yeah, I just wanted to do, earlier I wanted to say this, but somehow okay. I'm very much inspired by Umakant Prabhuji. Like he came recently and how much progress he has made. He's quoting from Chaitanya Leela about Nityanand Prabhu and how sinful people deliver. So that's very inspiring to see how in a short span of time he has progressed.
I think he started with Gujarati call also, and before that also we met him. We had gone to his house and we had taken some books. He had given some contribution. I think during COVID time we went to his house, but then I think that Gujarati call that is there in the evening, he's attending.
Right, yeah, that just started from 1 year. Gujarati call has not been a very long time around, so it's just from 1 year that call has been started, and I can see how well he's
But now he
progressing. So
joins
it's very
this call.
inspiring.
Now he's joining.
Yeah.
this
And
call.
also he
I
joins a lot of home programs and comes
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
some. And
Yeah, I
yeah,
think consistency is the key. Prabhu has been joining every single day chanting. So as we do things consistently, we will see results. We can see
Yeah.
discipline.
Consistency, yeah. That's very important.
yeah, it is key. Consistency is key in any aspect. Like if you want to progress, whether in material life or spiritual
Yeah.
life.
At
Yeah.
job also you have to be consistent,
Yeah.
right? You cannot go whenever you like. Yeah, so that's
Because there we are rewarded. So yeah, we just like feel obligated to like perform our duties because we are getting something in return. Here, like since we have not seen the visible results, like okay, is Golok Vrindavan real, or like is Krishna real? I like it's just matter of faith and like progressing in the journey. So that makes a little difference. But yeah, once we have steady faith and steady conviction that and we have accepted the fact of God as Krishna as supreme personality and reaching his abode, serving him. So yeah, those can advance.
yeah. Umakant bro, you want to say something? I don't know if he's hearing. Maybe he's not hearing.
Oh, sure, I always hear, Prabhu.
Okay.
when I attend class, I totally attend it completely 100%.
That's
Yeah,
very
thanks
good
for
because
this.
sometimes we don't know if all the
Ah.
people are logged in, they don't say anything. So whether they are hearing or not, so we don't know.
Yeah,
But it's okay.
Thanks for the thanks for kind words by Juhi and all of you. It's my pleasure actually to attend these classes. I'm gaining so much, which I think I should have started 10 years ago. But nothing is late, in my mind. Whenever you feel like you are awakened now, let's start doing now. So it doesn't matter how less time is left or how much is left. Whatever we can do, we have to participate in everything possible. That's all.
Thank you very much for giving your association every day. Okay, so we'll stop here. Evening we'll come for the Lal Govind Prabhu's Katha in Marriott. I think everybody knows the address, right? Those are local here. So please try to come. There'll be nice prasad also. Gujarati prasad will be there.
Gujarati Prasad is tomorrow, Prabhuji.
Oh.
Today is different.
Today is different. Okay, I don't know.
But today is also very tasty Prasad. So yeah.
Shrikhand is there. Shrikhand.
Shrikhand is for tomorrow, not today, Prabhuji.
Oh, it's tomorrow.
You are very excited about all this.
There is one thing, Prabhuji. Yeah, there are some plays going on in Columbus tonight. 8 o'clock. So maybe there will be more people going to those nataks or plays. And maybe there will be less people today, but definitely from tomorrow, I think more people will be attending.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have other events going on, so that's why less people may come today. Yeah, it's also working day, so maybe everybody will not be able to come. But tomorrow is weekend, so we hope. But a lot of people have signed up, for the. I'm seeing all.
We will have full house today.
Huh?
Yeah. So they sign up for the whole event, right? They don't sign up for Friday, Saturday, Sunday separately.
No, they're saying that
I mean,
what days they can come, what days they can't come.
Oh, really? In the
Yeah.
sign up?
Yeah, Saturday they can come.
They had a checkbox where we.
I didn't sign up, that's why.
Yeah.
I need to RSVP.
We always consider you by default that you will.
I know.
Yeah,
I never
so.
RSVP.
Yeah, then you will not get prasad then. If you don't RSVP then. I know you can fast, but like that. Okay, so Parth has cooked everything, right? He is in charge of so if there is any blame if prasad is not good, you can hold him by the collar and chastise him. He will take your feedback very positively. I heard him speak, so I don't know.
He's not there on the call, is
No, Tina is there, so.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, Prabhu. Yes.
he?
All blame on me. Yes, Prabhu, you are right.
Okay. He will not
Prabhuji is
take
very
any
humble.
praise, but he will take the blame. All the praise he will pass to others.
To my Shiksha group, my Shiksha
Prem
group,
Sindhu Prabhu.
Prem Sindhu Prabhu.
Hmm.
All the glories to him.
Okay, so I'll get all the all the blame. If it is bad, then he will take it. Okay. It's nice strategy. Yeah.
Nice. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
nice
like
doing
that
for you, Prabhu.
strategy. I like that. Okay. Thank you, everyone. See you in the evening. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji. Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Thank you. Prabhu, Hare Krishna.